Welcome back to American Latino TV. I'm your host, Natasha Martinez. Actor Felix Solis is a recognizable face to many after spending the past 2 decades creating an impressive body of work in film, television, and theater. Born on the Upper West Side and raised in New York City to parents who were both born in Puerto Rico, Felix considers himself a true New Yorker, or rather a New Yorican. But in his next role, he'll play Commander Elliot Gomez, the commander of the LAPD Detective Bureau, at the heart of ABC's new police drama, 10 Days in the Valley. And now he gets to tell us all about it right here on American Latino TV.
Hi, my name is Felix Solis. I'm an actor, and I was born and raised in New York City. When you're born and raised in New York City, there's no space, right? So everyone's close to each other, and in that, you are forced to view someone who looks different than you. You are forced to have a conversation with somebody who comes from a different part of the world than you do. You are forced to, and I say the word force in a good way, like there's no way out of it, so you gotta interact, you gotta figure each other out. And the city does that, and that's kind of one of the ways that I think that the city builds character and allows for you as an actor, an artist of any kind, but me specifically as an actor, it allows for you to interact with someone in a way that becomes what I call a reference, which is something that you will, at one point or another in the future of your career as an actor, you'll go, I remember the moment that I sat and had that conversation on the stoop with that Asian guy about. For me, for the better part of my career, I have done theater. I grew up in, like I said, I grew up in New York City, so I grew up on the boards, is what we call the boards, which is the stage, wood planks on the stage. We grew up on the boards, and so that sort of led to much exposure in the world of theater in New York, which then ultimately leads to the New York television shows, the local television shows. When they run out of the talent in New York, you eventually always end up getting cast in a television show in New York, which then propelled me toward longer arcs, longer story arcs, more character storylines, diverse characters. For the better part of my early part of television, I was basically the cop or the detective or so on and so forth. And then with the admiration and the support of certain casting directors in the industry, they were brave enough to say, well, he does do that, but what if he was a doctor? Or what if he was, they did that for me. And I think the reason why I am at where I'm at 17, 18 years later in the television industry is because I was able to take those moments and seize them, and they gave me an opportunity at bat, and I hit a home run. And then that's leading me all the way here to Finding in California, which is the mecca of television, where I was, recently hired on a show called 10 Days in the Valley on ABC. It's a 10-episode straight-to-series pickup. It's a murder mystery. It's a whodunit. Everyone's guilty. No one seems to be clear of any kind of wrongdoing. It's sort of it's a taut thriller, which is great for television too, because we like that stuff. It's cinematic in scope too, which is also interesting and makes it unique for television. A couple years back, I got a series regular. It was one of my very first series regular jobs, and you get, the fun paycheck you get as a series regular on television. And I didn't know what to do with it. I know a lot of my friends were like, I'm gonna go buy a car, I'm gonna do this and anything. And I was like, well, what can I do that I think will fulfill me in those moments of I'm not being given from those, so therefore. And I went out and I bought an entire film package. And so my partner in this at Subway Token Films, her name is Lisa Fernandez, she was invited to her mother's home in Chile. And I was like, well, we have equipment now, let's make a movie there. So we shot our first film there, and we created Subway Token Films, which is our independent, small, short film production company. As actors, one of the things that I think is most crucial is to never allow for your art to be derailed. And that means when we're not given the opportunities that the industry is giving us, that we stay inside of our art, we stay inside of our creativity. To leave it, just to kind of have it stay inside, keep inside your art and stay inside your art, even if it costs you a bit, stay inside of it.